Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon won 4 Oscars in 2001, including Best Foreign Language Film. Even with the breathtaking cinematography and stunning fight scenes, at its heart is a tragic love story with tremendous screenwriting and memorable characters. Here are 6 screenwriting secrets in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Coined by Alfred Hitchcock, a MacGuffin is usually an object that highly motivates the characters in a plot, although it has little value in itself to the audience. In the screenwriting for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, we have 2 major MacGuffins. The first is the Green Destiny Sword. Let's see how this object drives the plot by motivating the characters' actions.
有件东西，法能里替我带给贝勒爷。
这是慕白的贴身佩剑。
贝勒爷，这把剑惹了无数江湖恩怨。慕白说他要从此离开这些恩怨。
剑要人用才能活，所谓剑法即人法。
刃上染了血，你就不会说它好看了。宝剑物归原主，现在话还好说。剑回来了，高兴吗？
师傅的，才知道对他还是有依恋。
潇洒人间一线牵，清明宝剑圣龙拳。
不准摸，那是李慕白的剑。
Notice in the end how the value of this MacGuffin has evaporated.
刘师傅，剑就托你送还贝勒府。
The other major MacGuffin is the Jade Comb. Again, the comb itself means nothing to the audience, but notice how it drives the story of Jen and Lo's romance.
小龙，别摆弄他了。
走这么久都没事。把梳子还给我。
没有人可以命令我。
把它保存好，等我们重新相聚的时候再还给我。
There's even a small MacGuffin at the very end of the story.
给姑妈看这个，她会帮你，快去。
这是于姐的，于姐叫我来的。
让她进来。去武当山，小虎在那里等着你。
See if a MacGuffin might be a fun way to drive the plot for your story. If we're talking about screenwriting, we have to talk about character. In Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, it's very clear what drives the character's actions.
我就要嫁人了，可我还没过过自己想过的日子。选择自己心爱的人，用自己的方式去爱他。在江湖上走来走去的，是不是很好玩？
我是个孤儿，我就一个人去找星星。从那以后，我就一直在大漠中奔驰。
恩师招鼻眼狐狸暗算，这么多年了，尸仇还没报。
我那人也是武行中有名有姓的，都被他害了。刘爷，您歇着，于公于私。
人生一世，不就图个痛快？谁想来我们就杀他痛快，就连你爹一样。你给我闭嘴！
It's said that the greatest tragedy is when characters fail themselves. Let's see how that occurs in this story.
只是你们太小心翼翼了，总是不敢向对方承认这份感情。
你说的自由自在，我也渴望，但我从来没有尝过。
耐心点吧，小点。你的手冰凉凉的，每一次我看见都不敢触摸。
别放下，浪费在我身上。
我已经浪费了这一生。
So don't forget, story and character go hand in hand. In the book Screenwriting, The Sequence Approach by Paul Joseph Galino, he talks of 4 major tools in screenwriting that engages the audience's attention to want to know what happens next. Let's take a look at each one and see how they're applied in the screenwriting of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. First, we have telegraphing. Telegraphing consists of telling the audience explicitly what would happen in the future of the narrative to suggest the direction the story is going. Let's look at examples of telegraphing in the story.
秀莲，李慕白来了。
该是离开这些恩怨的时候。
小姐长大了， 要嫁人了，以后怎么着会怎么样？
还不是一样。
你爸爸的人在找你。
我们得留神，他迟早会想法子回到他的主子身边。
生命已经到了尽头，我只有一息生存。
The second tool for engaging the audience is dangling cause. A dangling cause is an expression of intent, a warning, a threat, an expression of hope or fear, or a prediction which places a question in the audience's mind for which no immediate answer is provided. There's a tremendous amount of examples of dangling causes in this movie. Let's take a look at a few. Notice how they naturally make you want to know what happens next.
下回遇着他，他要是再不肯明讲，告诉我，我去跟他说，今晚有时黄土岗上一决生死。好，狐狸出动了，你是打算？
要做老狐狸，最好从小狐狸着手。
你不怕我学会了杀了你？
既为师徒，就以性命相见。不过恐怕还得再借用一回。
你要让闭眼狐狸死在这把剑下。
我要你做我的女人，我一定会干一番事业，让你的爸爸妈妈看得起我。
把它保存好，等我们重新相聚的时候再还给我。
不论你对此生的决定为何，一定要真诚地对待自己。
We've already spoken about this next tool quite often, dramatic irony. Dramatic irony occurs when the audience knows more than certain characters on screen, a condition which pushes audience attention into the future because it creates anticipation about what's going to happen when the truth comes out. Notice how dramatic irony is used to create suspense. Here, Shu Lian hides the truth from Li Mubai.
铁爷说，丢失宝剑那天晚上，岳府附近有打斗，当时你在场吗？
我没有。
Even though we know it was her that was involved in the brawl. In this example, we know that Shu Lian is accusing Jen, but Madame Yu doesn't know what's going on.
贝勒爷的意思是，再好的人也有犯错的时候，有的错误不仅是害了自己，还连累了全家人。这个盗剑人很不寻常。
Dramatic irony can also be used for comedy.
凤阳山魁星五手，鲁军雄。
军雄，好个鲁军雄！
他硬说我和他的仇家鲁君佩是兄弟，这鲁君佩到底是什么人呢？
是她丈夫。
And the final example, dramatic tension. This tool is the most powerful of the big four in that it can sustain audience emotional involvement. Someone wants something badly and is having difficulty getting it. So what's the biggest example of this in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? Shu Lian and Li Mubai's romance. Things keep getting in the way, and they allow themselves to get in the way.
缴出了清明剑，以为可以从此退出江湖，没想到又惹来了江湖上很多新仇旧恨。
那你来是？
我以为我们已经讲好了吗？
大驾而回，李爷，你房间收拾好了。
我诚心诚意地把清明剑交出来，却带给我们更多的烦恼。
压抑只会让感情更强烈。
Think about using these 4 techniques in your own screenwriting and engage the audience's interest. The screenwriting in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is full of memorable characters. First, let's take a look at the unique and memorable names. And then there's a host of names for comedic purposes.
在下冀东铁鹰爪宋明，这位是我师哥飞天豹李云。
在下花影无踪飞刀场，敢问这位与江南鹤可曾认识？
什么鸡鸭鹤？我从来不吃2只脚的东西。
在下凤阳山魁星五手，鲁军雄。你可认得江南净玄禅师？
和尚不念经，跑到这里开荤也该教训。
The other impressive aspect of this story is how they use female characters. They are not token secondary characters. they're strong, active protagonists. They drive the story with their own desires and objectives. Let's take a look at Shu Lian.
干脆和我一起去北京。我觉得你应该亲手把剑交给贝勒爷。慕白说他要从此离开这些恩怨，宁不受下，恩怨不了。我使双刀，剑法我略通一二。李慕白的武当玄牝剑法，真是得用这把剑才行啊！宝剑物归原主，现在祸害好说。
你是打算
要做老狐狸，最好从小狐狸着手。这个刀剑人很不寻常。
快告诉我，猎狐狸在哪里？
跟我来，快走！通通出去，把门关上。骑我的马去，镖局里药材不少，给吴马看这个，他会帮你。快去！答应我，不论你对此生的决定为何，一定要真诚地对待自己。
Then we have Jen. Look at how she significantly drives the plot.
你愿意跟谁混就跟谁混。
麻烦进了家就真麻烦。
别说你们我们，我要认你这个姐姐，以后你跟我说话不许再这么见外了。
来还剑吗？
高兴就还，不高兴就不还。活该倒霉姓鲁，要比划，就先拿你开刀。你们都是一起的，给我下套，我走。
叫你给我闭嘴！你凭什么骂人？好，说翻脸就翻脸。
你们救了我，让我救他吧。守住正气，我一定回来。许个愿吧，小胡。
一起回新疆。
So the lesson here, don't let female characters melt away into the background. Give them their own goals and conflicts. In a tragic love story, the romance is usually deemed forbidden by society, and one of the characters usually dies. Think Romeo and Juliet, West Side Story, and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Let's take a look at the tragic love story of Jen and Lo.
我就要嫁人了，可我还没过过自己想过的日子。反正婚事由我爹娘决定，他们一到京城就替我定下这门亲事，选择自己心爱的人，用自己的方式去爱他，那才算得上是真正的幸福。后来小男孩变成了强盗，星星找不到却牵了我的梳子。
你爸爸的人在找你。
你别送我回去。
小龙，我要你做我的女人，让你的爸爸妈妈看得起我。
有鲁家跟豫家的势力盯着你，要抓你这个外地人是很快的事。
可以不嫁，父母不能丢下。
我知道那帮人早晚会把你带回去的。你爹娘是要面子的人，哪能容你再进家门？
So in the end, one of these star-crossed lovers must die. Then we have the love story between Li Mubai and Shu Lian.
有些事，我需要想想。
什么事？
一些心里放不下的事。
走江湖靠的是人手，讲信讲义，应下来的就要做到。
耐心点吧，秀莲。秀莲，我们能触摸的东西没有永远。你的手冰凉凉的，每一次我看见都不敢触摸。我宁愿游荡在你身边，做祭奠的夜归，就算落进最黑暗的地方。
This is even more of a tragedy because the forbidding of their relationship is self-imposed. Look at how society actually encourages their romance.
只是你们太小心翼翼了，总是不敢向对方承认这份感情。
慕白今晚会来小住。
我马上给他收拾房间。
他的名字叫孟思昭，他跟李慕白也是拜把的兄弟。
可是你和李慕白谁也没有错，只亏那位孟大侠福薄，爱就爱了呗。
So if you have a forbidden love story in your screenplay, remember to include the consequences of such a romance. The fight scenes in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon aren't just for showcasing martial arts. They serve the story. Look at how the screenwriting uses the fight scenes to reveal character.
你是武当派的门人。
闭眼无礼，绝对不是你的师傅。你的玄品剑法从哪里学来的？不应，不变，无惧无越。
Just like any classic kung fu movie, there's also a dose of comedy in the fight scenes.
你这是好厉害的，我叫过你我今天杀了你！
哼，什么铁臂神拳？
Also notice how the fight scenes follow a story structure. Let's take a look at the amazing scene in the Wudan compound.
于姐姐，她是一片真心，你们俩的事还有商量。歇一下，跟我回北京，没有商量不成的事。
李慕白，
李慕白让他去武当山了。
你们都是一起的，给我下套，我走。
叫了你给我闭嘴！你凭什么骂人？好，说翻脸就翻脸。
去啊，随便挑，我等着你。拿去！
到此为止。
从今以后，认剑不认人。
When you have scenes with fighting and heavy action, always remember to have them serve the story first. So what other international films would you like to see me cover? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you to my wonderful patrons for supporting me on Patreon. Also, be sure to subscribe and tap the bell to be notified of upcoming videos. More great content is on the way. Thank you so much for watching.